It's always a remote possibility that something that people see in the sky could be a classified program under test.
Bill Sweetman is an aviation writer and expert in top-secret military projects.
The late 80s were a time when the black project world was expanding very fast.
Could the Americans have been secretly testing new aircraft in that area?
The triangles could conceivably be aircraft. There have been aircraft designs studied that look like that.
Belgium's location near the eastern front of the Cold War could have made it an enticing test site.
There might be a few reasons why you'd test a secret aircraft outside the US. You might want to test it against different defensive systems. You might want it to fly close to the former Soviet Union and just see if anything would pick it up.
But Dr. Odve may provide an answer to what Captain Mielbergs pursued that night. His examination suggests not an alien spacecraft, but a military hoax.
It is my feeling that this is a fake target created by an electronic countermeasure system to spoof this radar.
It's a technique known as radar jamming.
This kind of technology is used by military defense applications. They are used to create false targets so that an enemy radar believes that there are many aircraft out there while there are really none.
It's a fascinating theory and could explain this particular incident, especially since the flight crew never actually saw an object.
There are conceivable aircraft that would account for some of the phenomena that people have described as black triangles, would account for some of the things seen at Cosford, some of the things seen in Belgium. But most of what has gone on in the black world, we really don't know anything about.
Most top-secret projects tested in the 1980s and 90s have not been declassified.
I would think that there have been tens of programs over the years that have at least reached the flight test stage. We know of perhaps 2 or 3 that have been declassified. So perhaps 10% of what has happened we know about.
Could the reported black triangles turn out to be ultra-top secret projects not yet disclosed to the public? Marler turns to the past to explain the present, digging into the historical record to shed light on the mystery.
When we look at the history of the reports of triangular UFOs, I knew that the reports went back several decades. I had no idea how far back they in fact went.
The Northrop YB-49, or Flying Wing.
In 1949, Northrop had been testing the Flying Wing aircraft in various forms for a couple of years. And that was an extraordinary looking aircraft for the era. It still is, really.
However, finally, consider the long shadow of secret government programs. Only recently, in 2014, did the CIA suggest that many UFO sightings in the 1950s were indeed their own experimental aircraft. As they recently tweeted, "It was us." This information was so secret, it was even kept from the Air Force investigators of Project Blue Book.